With this edition of Monday Night Raw, we're also going to be getting the debut of Emmalina. Finally, the makeover is complete. WWE is cashing in on how hot Emma is, finally. Emma is a great wrestler that's been involved in WWE for a countless number of years. She's shined through developmental, through her matches, with Paige for the NXT Women's Championship on one of the first ever NXT specials. No, that's not right, because that was a normal NXT show. But, fuck it. They had a really good match a long time ago that showed off how great Emma was. Emma was brought up to the main roster. She was made the boyfriend of Santino. Santino went away with a neck injury, and then Emma just faded away into obscurity because of the fact that Monday Night Raw had her as a character that was going to be teamed up with Santino for probably a long period of time and just came up with nothing to do for her. Emma, a lot like Tyson Kidd, dropped back down to developmental, going to wrestle for NXT again, reestablish herself as not only as a hot chick, but a real badass. Emma is one of the nicest wrestlers that I've ever met, but honestly, by looking at her and her showing off her talents as a wrestler, she really has it. And I think that honestly she gets put on this back burner a little bit because, NXT's, Divas Revolution that we went through, she was somebody who was already on the main roster and wasn't a part of the Four Horsewomen, when, it was sort of being Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. Paige is also in that. That basically she had already cracked the main roster, and even though she was looked at as one of the main best wrestlers on the main roster, she wasn't one of those four girls, so she sort of got set back. Emmalina is something that honestly doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Why you would want to change her name to something stupid when just Emma already was getting it done. I know that that they're just basically cashing in on how hot she is in her Instagram pictures. I'm guessing that this character has to be a heel with Emmalina. Honestly, in my mind, I would love it if she was sort of partnered back up with Dana Brooke, because of the fact that Dana Brooke is a badass as well. I liked them as a team in NXT. When Dana Brooke went down with her injury around the time that she lost to Oksana, or Asuka in her debut match, sort of Emma picked up the ball, and Emma was wrestling the matches while Dana Brooke sort of had to take the role as manager. I don't remember what the injury was to Dana Brooke, if it was a concussion or maybe some neck thing or something like that. But, Dana Brooke hit the main roster. She hit the main roster running, was looked at as she was going to be one of the major stars in the Divas division. But now it sort of looks like she's, taking that lesser of a role. Dana Brooke hidden behind Emma would be a good role for her to be in. It could go either way. I mean, Emmalina could come in as a babyface that's just really hot. They can wrestle, but they already have Bayley in that role as the girl next door who's going to go out there and wrestle and try her best. She's not going to win all the time, but is always going to be a fan favorite. To me, I know that you already have Charlotte. But Emmalina could come in as a major killer heel that honestly is just going to shut it down and just put people in their place, sort of make people know how hot she is and that she's better than everybody else. Either way, I think this is going to be a good character. I don't really know where this goes in the long run. Maybe Emmalina could be the next challenger for Sasha Banks if Sasha Banks walks out of Battleground Roadblock with the Women's Championship after the Iron Woman match. We'll have to see, but also this could be something that WWE pushes to high heaven with vignettes, and then once that person has their roster debut, sort of just forgets what to do with them after 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, look what they've done with Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas came out wearing a singlet, carrying a sign, beating up jobbers in under a minute, and within a couple of number of weeks, beat up his buddy from the Social Outcasts and Curtis Axel, and nothing since then. So we'll see what there is for Emmalina. The big debut is tomorrow, and we'll see what goes on from there.